Nicole. That's how we came across the story. And she said, yeah, I've been watching. You're starting to rub off on Jane. She's a regular Fox 4 viewer. You're getting sillier.
I don't think so.
Got in. I'm getting her.
Just have that effect.
Loosening up. She probably said it a little more diplomatically than I did.
Well, we've got some really great people, great stories in Southwest Florida.
And great weather.
Yeah, some great weather, too.
Evening was beautiful tonight.
Yeah, there's something about when you get those storms, kind of cool things off a little bit, makes it just
Pretty
takes the
sky.
edge off. That's exactly what we saw today, and it looks like we have more of that tomorrow. We're getting back into that pattern, and really, I'm not really ready to call it the start of the wet season just yet, because sometimes we can get these false starts of the wet season and then we'll get the real one later on. But the way things are going and the way the forecast looks, we're going to be dealing with this just about every afternoon here all the way through the end of the week and into the upcoming weekend to a lesser extent, though, which I'll show you in the 7-day forecast. Here's how the day evolved, though. Storms developing across the East Coast and then gradually spreading their way westward. That northeast flow now starting to take over. Remember, over the weekend, the winds were out of the southwest, so all the storms are over on this side of the state. Now that the winds have shifted direction, and they'll stay that way all week long, then easterly winds going to give us a better chance for storms here on the southwest Florida coast. Here are your rain chances tomorrow, starting off relatively low in the morning, but then look at the spike during the afternoon. So we're going to likely see the timing very similar to what we saw this afternoon, with more storm chances here for tomorrow evening to kind of cool things off. That's exactly what we're seeing now. The temperatures are down into the low 70s. Clewiston at one time got down to around 68, 69 after the storms moved through earlier today, 75 Page Field. So dry in the morning, and then it looks like by afternoon we'll start to see some of those storms popping up across the area inland and then gradually spreading towards the coast and then dissipating once the sun goes down and we lose the daytime heating. So kind of a wash, rinse, repeat forecast here for the rest of the week. You can see that easterly flow that is now taking over our area. Notice a wind predictor starting off the morning with light winds, but then notice tomorrow afternoon, look where all the wind arrows are blowing in just general direction. So that easterly flow is going to butt up against the Gulf sea breeze as it pushes inland, creating what we call convergence. Winds coming together, air rises, form showers and storms. That's what we're going to be seeing here for tomorrow afternoon, and the same thing coming up on your Thursday. Predictor will show it to you. Storms die out overnight tonight. Skies will be partly cloudy to mostly clear, so a quiet start to the day. Here come the storms from the East Coast and then spreading westward. You can see the collision there with those showers and storms really lighting up here right along the coast, especially during the afternoon and evening. Those will dissipate, and then Thursday we'll do it again. Storms developing across inland areas in the East Coast and then spreading their way westward during the afternoon and evening with that easterly flow. So tonight, partly cloudy, 72, east-northeast winds 5 to 10. Tomorrow around 90. Storms kind of taking the edge off of the heat during the afternoon. About a 30 to 40% probability for rain. Ingman Marine forecast, seas 2 feet or less. Inland waters a light chop with a southwest wind 5 to 10 knots. Storm chances over the Gulf likely later in the day, but over Lake Okeechobee a little bit earlier. So if you're going to be out on the water, just keep that in mind. Here's your 7-day forecast. Storm chances continuing each afternoon through the rest of the week. A little lower chance for the weekend, but highs around 90. And overnight lows in the low 70s.